All right, Bible today, boys and girls. You are going to need your other paper that has these shining candle sorts of things on it, the ones that don't have the Bible verses on them that we used yesterday. It should be in the packet of materials that you got. We're going to use that and your encounter journal, and then, of course, pencil box with crayons and pencils and glue. And we're going to do some things to help us think about more ways to shine that are really specific. All right, guys, you might remember this is the beginning of the Sermon on the Mount right here, that there were a lot of things Jesus talked about. He talked about not getting angry with your brother, which could also be your friends back then. He talked about uh, not saying lots of extra bad words. He talked about, remember, we talked about turning the other cheek and going the extra mile. That he said, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, which is kind of like being mean to you. So keep those things in mind as we look at what it says here on this paper now. Things you can do that are shining your light, because well, they may seem sometimes like, shining your light for God is great big deals. Some of these are the nice, small, everyday things that are, it's everyday stuff really where we're shining our light for God. It's not really great, big, fancy things all the time. Your dog is caught in his leash. So think about that. Yesterday you talked about times where you might hide your light and things you could do that would hide your light or things that would shine your light. Well, think here. If you're hiding your light, you might say, oh my goodness, you ridiculous dog, I have to untangle you again. Well, God said to speak encouraging words that are simple words. That would be hiding your light. Shining your light might just be patiently untangling your dog from his leash. Your friend is sad because her mom is sick in the hospital. What are things you could do in response to that that would be shining your light? Your dad seems really tired after work. Think about that. You've been at school all day long, having to sit down and do work, and maybe what you really want to do is to run around and make a lot of noise. But would that be hiding your light or shining your light? What things there would shine your light? You've just come home from school and grandma is sleeping. Oh, kind of a similar thing. What could you do that would be shining your light right there? You're meeting a cousin for the first time. Now, I know a lot of you guys, your cousins live right here nearby and you've seen them all your life. But maybe you have had a cousin that lived farther away. What would you do to be shining your light if you met them for the first time? Ooh, you're at a birthday party and the cake is being served. What would be shining your light? Would it be shining your light to say, I want the one with the big lots of sprinkles on it and the really cool ring? Or would it be shining your light to just wait and see what you get? There are dirty dishes in the sink at home. Here's a hard one. The children next door start teasing you. Remember in the Bible, we just read that God said to love your enemies. What might you do that would be loving? That would also, keep you safe. You're probably not going to go give them a hug if they start teasing you, right? What are some of the things you could do there? Now, boys and girls, if you're not sure about some of these, this would be a great time to talk to your mom or dad and say, what would I be doing here that would be shining my light? I want you to choose at least two of these scenarios, cut them out, glue them in your encounter journal, and write about or draw a picture about what you could do in that time that would be shining your light. We've done lots of these, haven't we? We've talked about so many ways to shine lights. These are the last ones we're going to be doing. I mean, of course, we always want to be shining our light, but this is the last part that we're going to be really concentrating in this unit with coming up with specific examples of ways to shine light. Choose two of these, glue them in your encounter journal, and write or draw a picture about what you would do there that would shine your light.